Good evening, everybody. I'm here to give a lecture on Motor Vehicle Act, Road Safety and Garage Practices for third year Diploma Mechanical Engineering. And this lecture is delivered for the MSBT Diploma courses. I'm a lecturer in Department of Mechanical Engineering from Sharda Institute of Technology, Polytechnic, Yatra. Now let's look at the contents of this presentation. The contents are Motor Vehicle Act, its features, registrations and terms related to motor vehicle, organization structure of motor vehicle department, duties and responsibilities of road transport officer, passenger comfort and safety, automobile maintenance system, types of maintenance, factors affecting site selection of garage, duties and responsibilities of service supervisor, and duties and responsibilities of service automobile area manager. Now coming to the next slide, what are the salient features of Motor Vehicle Act? It was established in the year 1988. It consists of different chapters. The first chapter is preliminary, that is, it consists of different introductions. Second chapter consists of the licensing of driver of motor vehicles, that is, the person authorized to drive the different motor vehicles. Chapter number 3 also includes the licensing of conductors of stage carriages. Chapter number 4, registration of motor vehicles, that is, the different registration norms required to register your motor vehicle or an automobile vehicle. Chapter number 5, control of transport vehicles, that is related to traffic control. Next, chapter number 6 comes under special provision relating to state transport undertakings. Next, construction equipment and maintenance of motor vehicles, these are the different maintenance norms. Next chapter comes for control of traffic. Next comes for the motor vehicles temporarily living or visiting India, that is the motor vehicles or automobiles that will be coming outside India or visiting India. Next, that will be liability without fault in certain cases. Next chapter is insurance of motor vehicles against third party. There are first party insurance, full insurance, third party insurance, etc. etc. So all the cases are included in this chapter. Next is claim, or you can say compensation against different accidents or any other wrong happenings for your automobile vehicle. Next, penalties and procedures, that is, they again come under the traffic rules. Next is the chapter that is consisting of miscellaneous motor vehicle acts. Next, coming to the part of major part for registration of a vehicle, that is included in bylaws of the Motor and Transportation Department. That is, vehicle after getting the delivery, it should be registered within 7 days. Temporary registration is valid only for a month from date of delivery. Registration of vehicle distinguishes each and every vehicle. That is, if the same model of vehicle is brought by different customers, it is too difficult for a person or any government body to distinguish each and every vehicle. So each and every vehicle is distinguished by giving a unique number that consists of a series of numbers and alphabets. Also, there is a provision for registration cancellation. These are some of the norms that should be or that are included inside the transportation laws, or you can say under the Motor Vehicle Act. Different terms that are included, that is invalid carriage motorcycle, light motor vehicle, that is LMV, medium passenger vehicle. Next is medium goods vehicle. Next is large goods vehicle and heavy goods vehicle. These are the important terms related to Motor Vehicle Act. There are certain amendments made from the establishment of this act till now. Coming to the next point, that are different organization chart, or you can simply call the organization chart of a road transportation office department or transportation department. It consists of a ports and transportation department, which comes just next to it comes the commissioner of the transport, then comes the joint director. Next comes the Office Modernization Road Safety, that is OSD. Next is OSG2, Establishment and Inquiry related to tax and permit. Next comes the MVP. Next comes the Accounts Audit and Planning, that is Accountant Officer. Next comes the Field Officers. Next comes the Research Officer. Now from the Field Officers, there are different regional transport officers, assistant, or you can say additional regional transport officers, Next, there are checkposts, permanent, temporary. These are the complete organization chart of a road and transportation department of Indian government. There are certain bylaws and each and every department of the road and transportation, or simply you can call road and transportation department of India. Each and every department has its own work, as the accounts department will relate to the account, field officers will relate to the check post, regional transport officers, joint director will form the rules and regulations, etc. 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 Now these are the certain functions, or you can simply call the duties of a road transport or officer. The different key roles performed as enforcing the motor vehicles rules that are established under the Motor Vehicles Act 1988, registering the new vehicles, maintaining a database for all registered vehicles, issuing licenses, routinely inspecting the vehicles, issuing certificates to assess the fitness of the vehicle. This comes under the emission testing and other vehicle details, collecting one-time road tax from the owners, that is at the time of delivery, managing the permits issued to trucks, autos, taxis, etc. That is whenever a luggage or goods carrier transport vehicle can move from one state to another only after paying certain permits, implementing the new rules and checking emissions and issuing pollution certificates. These are the different functions and duties of an RTO officer. Now next comes the motor vehicle inspector. The motor vehicle inspects the truck accessories, airlines, electric circuits and reports needed repairs, examines the vehicle for any damage, drives the vehicle to detect any malfunctions, test the vehicle's components of wear, damage or improper adjustment for mechanical or electrical devices. That is, different tests are conducted to check the wear and damage of any mechanical or electrical devices in an automobile vehicle. Applies inspection sticker to vehicles that pass inspection and rejection stickers that fail. That is, he completely inspects and decides whether the vehicle is eligible for clearing the inspection or not. That is, it's fit for transportation or not. Prepares a report on each vehicle and takes follow action by owner or the required authority. All these are the duties of motor vehicle inspector. Additional to this, he also has to prepare and keep the record of the vehicles delivered, positions trailer and drives the car onto the truck trailer, notifies authorities whether there are some illegal equipments that are installed on the vehicle, that is certain horns, certain sound devices, certain light devices, certain reflecting devices, certain fancy number plates, etc. etc. Now these are the certain traffic signs. Each and every traffic sign has been shown in a triangular board, and the symbols present in between define each and every way. That is, simply you can take for example, that is, if a triangular board with a man is crossing on his pedestrian path, then you can simply say, or you can simply look while driving, if a such signboard is seen, you can simply say that there are some pedestrian crossing the road, so you have to drive slowly. Okay. Now coming to the next, if there is certain symbol seen where a car is seen with two lines at the behind, that means it is shown that there is a slippery surface and you should always drive slowly. So these are certain different, you can simply say, certain symbols that are included for traffic. Now these are again some symbols, that is where to avoid and what does this sign symbolizes. If a circle with a straight head arrow sign is crossed or blocked, you can simply say that area is prohibited for entering. Only coming vehicles, or you can say only outgoing vehicles from that region are encouraged. No incoming of vehicles is encouraged. Such, there are different signs which are issued by the Road Transportation Department, or you can simply say the Roads and Highways Authority of India, so that each and every vehicle driver, or you can say automobile vehicle driver, has to look after and has to follow the rules. Now coming to the next point, that is passenger comfort and safety. Passenger comfort and safety relates to different points regarding to comfort and also safety. Comfort is nothing but extra addition while a vehicle is in motion, and safety that relates while vehicle meets an accident or a faulty damage that may cause the passengers an injury. So coming to the next point, there are seen passenger comfort. From passenger comfort and from passenger safety, we will be looking forward for passenger safety. Passenger safety is further divided into two parts, that is active safety and passive safety. Active safety can be defined as this should minimize the effects of accidents by providing certain indications during accidents. That is, this safety can be defined as wherever when there is an ongoing accident, they should minimize the effect of accidents. Whether in case of passive safety, these passive safety devices are installed earlier so that whenever a vehicle meets an accident, the passengers will be able to minimize the injury. So some of the safety devices are as listed below, that is airbags, collapsible steering column, seat belts, etc. etc. Now this shows a figure of an airbag. It consists of a crash sensor, inflator, nitrogen gas, and inflated, or you can simply say de-inflated airbag. Whenever a vehicle meets an accident, the crash sensor detects the pressure, detects the abrupt changes in the forces that are occurring onto the automobile. This will give the signal to the inflator, and thus the nitrogen gas is thus blown into the inflated airbag. Now this is another you can simply call as a passive device, or you can simply say a passive safety device that will always reduce the effect of accident, or it will reduce the effect of injury. Next, that is collapsible steering column. In most of the accidents, it has been seen that the steering column, whenever it hits the chest of a person driving, most injuries or most accidents lead to death of the person who is driving due to the hitting of the steering column into his chest or body. So, a collapsible steering column is such a way designed that whenever a person meets accident, the collapsible steering column collapses, or you can simply say a telescopic arrangement is made so that the steering column bends in a way which will not hit the body of the driver. It consists of a steering column assembly, steering column intermediate shaft, universal drive, and power assisted steering system. That can be a conventional one, but most probably power assisted steering has been used to include collapsible steering column, which will reduce the effect, or which will reduce the effect of accident, or which will reduce the injury that will occur to the driver. Coming to the next point, we will be visiting, or we will be discussing here about vehicle maintenance. So whenever a vehicle maintenance site is to be seen, or whenever a vehicle maintenance is to be done, before selection of a site for vehicle maintenance, what are the different factors? That site should be easily accessible. There should be available of all service facilities, availability of skilled labor, proper drainage facility should be there, because washing and other extra accessories cleaning might require all the dust and dirt and water particles, and other are drain out oils and chemicals to be drained properly, so proper drainage facility is required. Proper allocation of space for each and every compartment of service station. These are the different factors that will be affecting vehicle maintenance. Now these are the different facilities that are required for a service station of an automobile vehicles. It, I cannot say that these are the must, but these are some of the essential parts. You can add extra additional facilities that will serve or take care of your automobile vehicle very properly. Some of them are as listed below: two post lift or a four post lift with an alignment lift, alignment system, diagnostic scan tools, hand tools, and specialty tools. These all tools comes under whether if your automobile is electronically assisted, you should also have a diagnostic scan tool whether to identify what repair and what maintenance of an automobile should be looked after. Hand tools and special tools are the tools that are required for disassembling, or you can simply say dismantling or mantling of different devices. Torch kit, welder, that is for assembling, or you can say fabricating some of the parts. Next, that is tire changer, balancer, TPMS tools, multimeter. Multimeter comes in the electronic part, that is to check the electrical circuits, floor jacks, transmission jacks, smoke machine, AC recovery machine, fluid flush. That is, fluid flush machines can be used to flush all the fluid from the different devices or simply from the different hydraulic circuit chains of your hydraulic circuits that are used maybe for braking, maybe for steering system, etc. etc. Engine crane, that is for lifting the engine. Strut compressor, that is for bolting and unbolting of nuts. Next, that is air tools, air compressors, air hoses, and oil drains. These are the different basic facilities that are required for a service station of an automobile. Next, vehicle maintenance system. So, vehicle can be maintained most probably in four different places. That is garage, service station, workshop, and dealers. So, what is a garage? Garage is a place where you can maintain and take care of your vehicles or cars easily. A service station is a place where minor repairs and maintenance of vehicles can be done. Workshop is a place where they include skilled workers, where most probably that sort of work which is not been successfully completed in a service station or in a garage. And dealers, that is the last place of a maintenance where you can find the different newly automobile vehicles are available for sale. Next comes the point of different types of maintenance. That is, vehicle maintenance is further divided into four types. That is preventive maintenance, brake maintenance, periodic maintenance, and operational maintenance. Preventive maintenance is that type of maintenance which prevents, or you can simply say prevention without breakdown or without giving a trouble on road is called as preventive maintenance. That means it does not help your vehicle to break down. Such type of maintenance is called as preventive maintenance. That is, you can simply say before any breakdown occurs, this maintenance is taken into action which prevents your vehicle from breaking down and functions your vehicle properly. There are different advantages of such preventive maintenance, that is reduced breakdown, increased safety, less expenses on the repairs, good control, and lesser number of equipments required. So whenever you do a preventive maintenance, that means you prevent a vehicle from breakdown in an early stage or by taking proper care in early periods. That will help for the lesser cost of maintenance, and that will also help to track down each and every functionality and each and every, you can see, parts life, etc. etc. Next, that is breakdown maintenance. Breakdown maintenance is when a vehicle becomes immobilized, that is it is not able to function properly. That type of maintenance can be called as breakdown maintenance. This type of maintenance occurs when there are starting difficulties, punctures, electrical faults, there are problems in carburetor, fuel supply, overheating, fan belts, breakage, accidents, etc. etc. As the letter or as the word itself says, it is a breakdown maintenance that mostly occurs whenever a vehicle stops. That is, the vehicle is not able to function properly and it has become immobilized. Coming to the next type of maintenance, that is periodic maintenance. Whenever, in case of vehicles, it is seen that whenever a person buys a newly vehicle, it is a periodic maintenance, or you can simply say a periodic service done. That means a vehicle is inspected after a certain kilometers of driving, or so you can say certain period of driving. Each and every part or each and every major circuit of the vehicle is properly examined and properly inspected to avoid breakdown. Next, operation maintenance. Daily maintenance by operator for running of vehicles in a proper way is called as operating maintenance. This operating maintenance consists of tire inflation, battery, brakes, clutch, smoke color, starting system, ignition systems, and lights are checked in maintenance daily. That means for operation maintenance, a person has to properly check for the tire inflation pressure, battery, brakes, clutch, that is proper functioning of the vehicle daily. These are the different types of maintenance that has to be done to prevent the vehicle from breakdown. Coming to the next point, during maintenance or during a service, what are the different records to be kept at an automobile service station? So further image or this image can show the different vehicle preventive maintenance schedule log. That is, it consists of different components, that is air filter, coolant condition, battery condition, belt tension, brake fluid level, chassis lubrication, coolant hose condition, front brakes, oil and filter, parking brakes, rear brakes, steering system and fluids, tires, tire alignment, tire rotation, transmission fluid, etc. This has to be done every 90 days. That is, whenever this has to be checked or whenever this has to be maintained, at that time a mileage at preventive maintenance or repair is written there, and after performed preventive maintenance and repair, the date is written, and each and every 90 days this has to be done to check or schedule the log or maintenance cost of a vehicle. This is to be done every 90 days. Per year, what are the different things that has to be maintained under the schedule log or maintenance log? That is electronic ignition, distributor system, fuel filter, spark plug, transmission system. So same again as in case of 90 days, preventive maintenance and repair date has to be written there, mileage of preventive maintenance, and after that performed preventive maintenance and mileage for repair is recorded, and this log is kept for 90 days of the above different factors are checked, and for every 12 months the below different factors are to be checked, and the service manager has to countersign below. So what is the significance of service station? A service station most probably provides the cleaning of a vehicle by mounting it on a hoist or lift by means of water dryer mixture of mobile oil and kerosene under pressure using spray gun. So here greasing of all points is done, checking of engine oil, differential gearbox oil, steering column oil, checking of battery for its gravity test, overhauling of motor vehicles and their components, engine testing and tune up like carburetor, fuel pump, ignition system. All the different engine related parameters are tested here. Tire balancing, electrical switch checking, checking of lamp, axle balancing, steering gear adjustment are to be done at service stations. Checking winter conditioning like thermostat, air conditioning system, leakage test, different sensors also which are used in testing electrical equipments for proper functioning of an automobile. So above are the following points which are to be checked for proper maintenance or significant, or you can say significantly perform in well functioning of an automobile vehicle. Next, these are some of the persons, that is automobile supervisor or you can say automobile service supervisor, that gives a service or a maintenance while you are at a service station. So what are his duties and responsibilities? Below are the duties and responsibilities. Communicates between customers and mechanics to eliminate efficiency and come back repairs. That is, whenever a customer has a problem, he communicates his or her problem with the service supervisor. That has to be communicated in a proper way to the mechanic. Next, estimate repair cost and make sure that parts or service are completed in timely manner. That means whenever a person gives a problem or gives a maintenance issue or an issue related to maintenance to a service supervisor, he estimates or prepares a rough judgmental cost related to that parts, and thus gives you estimation and costing related to that part. Also ensures that the part in inventory machines matches the vehicles in the system. That is, the parts required by the customer for his automobile or her automobile vehicle are to be properly maintained in the inventory. That is the main function, or you can say another responsibility of a automobile service supervisor. Also, he maintains the preventive maintenance record, a hard copy as well as on a computer. That is, whenever you go for a service maintenance or you can simply visit a service station, at that time the service supervisor makes a log sheet of all the different records of your vehicle and each and every condition of each and every part. Also, the another responsibility or duty of a service supervisor is to work effectively and communicate with supervisors and other customers. Also, he must have the current equipment knowledge and testers for efficient shop utilization. That is, what are the different facilities available inside the shop that must be utilized in a full way for the customer satisfaction. Also, he must have skill in phone communications with suppliers and vendors. That part relates to the inventory management. Coming to the customer care manager supervisor, or you can simply say customer care manager responsibilities. Supervise day-to-day operations in a customer service department. That is, day-to-day operations are to be supervised by the customer care manager. Respond to each and every customer issues in a timely manner. That is, to respond and to communicate properly with each and every customer in case of providing different services. Also, he must have to create effective customer service procedure, policies, and standards. He should also develop customer satisfaction goals, coordinate with them to meet them on steady basis. That is, these goals are to be developed by the customer care manager. Next, implement an effective customer loyalty program. That is, the customer should always have a faith in that firm, or simply you can say faith in that automobile company, so that there is a relation developed and always he visits, or you can say always he has a coordination with the firm. Also, he has to maintain the accurate records, document with all customer service activities and discussion. That is, if any customer visits for preventive maintenance or any customer visits for any inquiry, all these documents and all the records and all the logbooks are to be maintained by the customer care manager. Also, he should always assess service statistics and prepare detailed reports on your findings. Also, he should hire and train new customer service agents. That is, those agents should be able to develop good relations with the customers. These agents are to be developed by the customer care manager, and thus he has to stay informed on the latest industry techniques and methods. So these are the different customer care manager responsibilities. These are the references, and thank you.